Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Chimera family. Laura, you are introducing us to your home place there. You are at the drop zone.
We are at the drop zone. We are here at Skydive Langer, and we've just finished jumping. We did 4 this evening. So the guys came straight from work and we managed to get 4 jumps in, which was really good. James is over there. Coming. So yeah, the rest of them are on their way over. James, hurry up! He's coming. How are you, Kurt?
I'm a little bit bruised up from biking too much, but other than that, it's...
oh no, what happened?
I crashed on my mountain bike, so that happens.
Ah, are you okay?
I'm perfectly fine, yeah. I think I didn't break any bones and, all good. So it's a dangerous sport, mountain biking,
Yeah, definitely.
But
I'm glad to hear you're okay.
Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine. So I was bleeding a little bit and it looks scary kind of, but it's all good.
That was James then. Oh, I'm glad you're... Oh, yes, I see. Oh, yeah. Dear.
It was the goggles actually, and I had goggles off and I fell on I nose dove kind of in the ground, and yeah, pretty good, good fun.
Much more dangerous than skydiving.
Oh, I tell you, it's not only the taking the car to the drop zone that is dangerous, other activities in life are also more dangerous than what we are doing.
Yes, that's why we don't do anything else, Kurt. We just skydive all the time. It's safer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so then you're safe. Absolutely. Hey, exactly. Laura, where's your home? Show me. Where's from here? You can probably see it there. Can you?
My house?
Yeah. Where's your house?
So my house is about 3 miles that way.
3 miles.
Which
okay.
Is peaceful. And yeah, this is home as well. This is Langer.
Yeah.
So, have you been to Langer, Kurt?
No, I have not. How far is that from Bedford, actually?
About an hour and a half. Yeah, so not too far. But yeah, you can probably see. So that's the fire pit. So that's where we socialise.
Nice.
We've got the wings in the background. So if anyone achieves anything, then they stand in front of those blue and pink wings and have a cheesy photo. And then we've got lots of picnic tables. That's the main building where everything is. So we've got the control tower up there. We've got a nice chill out area with bean bags. And then we've got the main hangar behind me now. So that's got our 3 aircraft in it. And then we've got more teaching facilities and things around. So yeah, it's wonderful. You should come and visit.
Yeah, well, eventually one day I will, I guess. It's very spacey too. So it's a nice place.
It's absolutely huge. I think our landing area is something like 1.9 million square feet, I think. So it's absolutely enormous, which is good. And they're so good, honestly. We are able to just come by after work. And because we all live within about a 3 mile radius of the drop zone, we just come by when everyone's finished work and we can do 4 jumps in a row. Dead easy, no drama. Helps to build the jump number.
Paradise for jumpers at least, or team paradise.
Absolutely, yes, very much so.
Chimera family's team paradise.
Exactly.
When you have great weather, it's the first day of summer, so you have great weather too, as it looks.
It's been absolutely glorious today. I've been here all day because I work here full time, and I think I've done 12 jumps today. I did 10 yesterday. It's been absolutely amazing. It feels like summer, finally.
I didn't know you're working at the drop zone.
Yeah. So I'm an AFF instructor, filming tandems as well and doing lots of coaching. So I've been here full time since December.
So, since December. So everybody else, were you the only one moving to Langer? No, everybody moved to Langer basically, right?
Yeah, so I work here full time, and so does Pete, who's our camera flyer. And then James, Sarah and Will don't work here, but they do live very, very close by. So it's really handy for us all.
Are you walking home, jogging home, or are you taking a vehicle?
Usually driving, but there was one time a few weeks ago when we took our parachutes home. We did an in-hop into the town that I live in. So we jumped in and then just walked back to the house, which was really nice. Here he is. And here she is. So here's Will.
Hi, Will. There you are. Number 2 there. We don't see much yet. There we go. Hi, Sarah.
Here they are. Hi. Kurt's recording already. He's getting a view of Langer. So we've, what are you doing, Will? Will is too long.
It looks like Sarah wants to make another jump. She brought her gear, right?
Ready to go.
Oh,
she always wants to do another jump.
4 jumps today.
Yes.
Yep.
After work.
Did you bring the videos?
No. We don't have them yet. We've landed, Kurt, and we've come immediately to speak to you. I haven't even packed.
Thank you so much. That's really a very special thing. That doesn't happen very often, that I get a live NSL talk like that. That's very special. Appreciate that.
Of course. Well, hopefully James will join soon too. And Pete. Here comes James. On his
All right.
Here's a special shot for you, Kurt. It's going to be like Baywatch. There he is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the video you wanted.
That's what everyone wanted to see.
You can put that in slow motion later.
James, you're late.
Sorry.
He's not the last one though. Pete will join us too.
I forgot we said we'd do it on the grass, so I was up in the control tower and no one was there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pete will join us too.
Sure.
Oh, here he is! Pete's running too! Run, Pete, run!
Perfect.
There we are, athlete.
Now you have to either move a little bit away from the camera or get closer together so we can see. 1, 2, 3, you're all there. Good. Yeah. Okay. Well, here.
You think that setting ourselves up in formation would be something we could do, but it's not. There we go. Now you have giant girls and tiny boys.
Here they are, all complete, the Chimera family. There they are, welcome. Thank you so much for arranging that. You know, Nicholas and I, obviously, we talked about this a little bit, trying to get you all together and then catching up. We have been talking about you quite a bit recently, you know, after the meet with the first 20 in front, you know, of the numbers, looking at the numbers. So let's begin there. I mean, you guys must be happy, you know, things seem to be going well. You live at the same drop zone. You make 4 jumps at the end of the day. Tomorrow probably again 2. You're working before, then jumping afterwards. Oh my, I mean, how much better can it get?
Paradise, right? We're living the dream.
Yeah. So no surprise that we will see Chimera this year probably on a totally different performance level. You know, we see the first signs of it already.
I think it doesn't count until it's over 10 rounds, Kurt. We're not allowed to count it.
You just have to stop funneling exits. You know?
Whoa.
You're hiding.
Let's not make promises we can't keep, eh?
You're hiding the videos from us. We want to see how a real exit funnel looks like.
Do you know what that is? I was meant to send you the videos and I forgot, but I will do it straight after this.
Okay,
for what
great.
It's worth, a caravan door is very, very small.
It's when you got James in it.
We are very, very large.
Well, you know what? You better get ready for a pack door. You know, the next world meet is as far, you know, as I know, is going to be from a pack. Good luck with that.
Thanks.
Anyhow, so yes, the caravan is smaller than a twin otter for sure. So the nationals will be from twin otter or
from the Dornier.
From the Doe. Okay.
It's quite similar to an otter.
Yeah.
But you're used to that, right? That you do that every year. The nationals is always on the same plane, and so you're familiar with that. So here's the thing. I was looking up. I was digging into the records a little bit, and 20 plus average wins the UK nationals, right? I mean that's a fact. 20 plus average is unless there was a difference, you know. Satori had a 21 point something, but that was with a super sequence in there. So, you know, on the block 9-3 randoms. So I call that like a halfway super sequence. So other than that, 20 plus wins the UK nationals. Are you ready for that this year? I mean, you almost had it last year, right? We talked about this already on camera last year, the jump off drama. but that was not a 20+ average. And now here we are. What does your coach say? Tell us a little bit about it. Are you going to make it this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah,
100%.
that's a statement. No doubt about that, right?
That's the plan.
Hopefully.
That's what we're aiming for. We'll give it our best. I think 20 average over 5 rounds, like James says, it's not really indicative of the average that we can produce, but also we think that there was a lot that we could have done better in that meet as well, which is quite an exciting place to be. You know, it's only June and we funneled an exit. We had a few other bits along the way that weren't quite the best we could do. So to get 20 over 5 rounds with that is really encouraging, but it's not the end of the road yet. We've still got plenty of work left to do.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, again, you look outside, sun is shining, you go jumping, you know, with a team. Hey, everybody to drop zone quickly.
Yeah.
Weather is good. So yeah, first day of summer. So it looks like perfect training conditions there now. Even so, it's 8 o'clock now, 8:30 in Lenger.
Yeah.
So you have even daylight until whatever, 9 o'clock, or yeah, you could jump until 9 o'clock theoretically.
Not here at Langer. We have to be on the ground by 8 p.m. at the latest, just because of local restrictions. But that's the only thing that would stop us. Got beautiful weather, got loads of planes. But yeah, 4 jumps in an evening after work is not bad.
No, it's not. Surely not. It beats the tunnel for sure.
Yeah.
So we had all kind of
It definitely beats it for me.
Yeah, Pete likes it when we do sky training.
I can see that, man, big smiles on everybody's face, you know, because that's a real thing. You know, the tunnel, I don't know, tunnel after a while, tunneling gets on my nerves, you know. And we are missing stuff anyway. We have so much to talk about. It's difficult to cover that all. But recently, you know, the conversation with Niklas brought up so many topics, and one of them had to do, you know, with Hayabusa too. Now they all say similar things by now. Now the tunnel gets you only so far, and then there's an end to it because we're talking about exit, first page, and all that. So how do you do that? So how do you, I mean, you train in the tunnel, of course, everybody does, but then, well, what is your strategy, your training plan to you get only one exit and only one first page on a skydive. You know, you can repeat the blocks, you know, on the randoms, a few pages, you know, several more pages, but you get only one exit and one subterminal page. How do you prepare for that?
The strategy is jump this year. I mean, when was last time we were in the tunnel?
Probably when we went to France, I guess.
February, I think.
February,
yeah. We've just been jumping a lot since February, and that's the plan to continue throughout the year.
Are you doing special things too? Like, you know, you can make, I mean, if you go to full altitude, you can make, let's say 10 jumps a day or whatever, end of the day, less than that. But if you go 5,000 feet only for exit first page, you can do twice as many jumps, basically, time-wise. Are you doing stuff like that?
We've just been training from 10.5 most of the time. Sometimes we'll go to the top if it helps out the airfield, but we haven't done much from 5, I don't think. Not this year anyway.
How are the logistics? Are you doing back-to-backs there in Lenger then? You have a double gear, and so you can, those 4 jumps were back-to-back?
Yeah, exactly. So they've got, like, it's really great facilities, like I showed you around already, but where we land is just literally right next to the hangar. So we land next to the hangar, we run in the back door of the hangar, drop our kit, leave it with the packing team, and run out the front door of the hangar to get on the bus to get the next plane. So it's really, really quick. I mean, we did those before in what, an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like maximum. So yeah, it's really quick turnarounds. And then when we're at Hibblestow, which is where we also train, then we're doing back-to-backs, and they're very accommodating as well. So I think for us being here in the UK, we're just glad when it's good weather. So we don't really want to waste it by just going from 6,000 feet. We'd rather go to 10.5 and get more jumps in and get more free fall time as well.
Yeah, you still need the free fall time, no doubt about that. That is a little bit different too. That's what the Hayabusa boys brought up recently. It was interesting. You know, they talked about the references, you know, that the tunnel is so easy because you have all the references. In free fall, you don't have that. So it was an interesting, gosh, we talked about so many things. One of the other great topics was a continuity of the lineups. I was just counting the years now, and I know that Laura, Sarah, and James, you are now in your 6th or 7th year together, right? 7 years, you know, with a. I mean, do you not hate each other by now, or? Is it...
As you can see, we don't get on well at all. But you have to put up with each other, don't you, Kurt, to be in a team? So it is what it is.
And we all live really fit.
James and Will go even further back, right? I mean, 2013, I think, was the beginning of the hurricane time for the two of you. Now back together. So that's a long time. I mean, you have to be good friends. You wouldn't be able to make it if you didn't have also a personal relationship, you know, well functioning.
I think we're quite fortunate in that, but I also think that we put the work into it. It's certainly not. Not that it's hard
Laura's
work.
really hard work.
But you know, there's a lot to be said for a team that goes and does the jumps and does the tunnel, but then we also go to each other's houses, we go out for dinner, we do lots of social stuff, and we are genuinely good friends as well. And I think that definitely helps, especially if you're having a hard day or a tricky jump off or a tough national. It's quite nice to have people that you can rely on as more than just teammates.
And I think as time goes on, I think knowing each other better makes things a lot easier, because I think conversations we had quite early on were like, how do you react under pressure, and how do you react when you're stressed? Because some people can often misinterpret that. So if someone thinks, oh, they're being quiet, then that affects them. But if you understand, well, that's how they're dealing with it, that's not how I deal with it, and then everyone can respect that, then I think it definitely helps the team in stressful situations. Whereas I think in the early days, before we kind of had that talk, then there was the occasion. I think there were the stressful times that were a bit more difficult. Then after you have those talks, then it almost gets then a lot easier. And then, like I said, because we've been together so long now, everyone just knows exactly how everyone's kind of feels, how they react to stuff, and I think that helps a lot.
And Katie Wood's wisdom.
Yeah.
So you don't need a team psychologist any longer, as SB needs it with Jack Jeffries, you know, or do you have your own team psychologist? No, it wouldn't be fair to say team psychologist. He's a consultant, a business consultant more than anything. So do you get, I mean, Nicholas is your coach. I'm sure he's forwarding as much information as possible to you, whether it's remotely or, you know, he's coming to the nationals, right?
Yeah, we hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we definitely benefit from the fact that he's taken that approach in his own training. So having trained with Nicholas for such a long time, I would say that I've certainly seen a change in the way that he approaches the coaching. So he's always been fantastic at the technical side of things, but I think especially in recent years, he's brought in a lot of the sports psychology kind of thinking and helping us to get our heads around that. So while we don't have our own team psychologist necessarily, we do have Nicholas, and we get a lot of those benefits from him.
Yeah.
I think because Kate's the early days when we first had Kate as a coach, she sat us down and gave us a good understanding of that in, you know, quite early on, didn't she, as well? So I think that was like a good start, like foundation for us to go forward, and then then what Nicholas doing on top of that, it just helps even more.
Where is she now? Is she still jumping, James? Is your sissy, your little sister?
No, she's not, sadly. I think she'd struggled because of the problems that she has with her ears. But no, yeah, she's good.
Good. Well, say hello to her. We miss her, and I haven't seen her in years, probably by now. So, nationals are coming up pretty soon. There's not that much time again, and you'll be facing that's where NFTO. They're keeping. It looks like they're keeping their business pretty close to their chest. You know, you don't see much, you don't hear much. You are out there. You're competing. You know, you're trying to get yourself ready for the pressure. There will be pressure, right? Are you expecting that? How do you prepare for that?
I guess that's why we try to do the UKSLs, even though it's not quite the same. It does still give you that little bit of pressure of people watching. There's kind of the own pressure that you put on yourself as well. And it was almost when we were in the plane, I kept trying to like bigger up in my head, you know, bigger than it was, just so you can deal with it better on the day.
And luckily, however much pressure there is, there probably won't be as much as last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, it is a fact you will be looked at, you know, at the end of July. I'm hoping that you can make it, but for you, it should be a piece of cake to be a part of this online event, you know, with Hayabusa airspeed and all the good teams. I hope you can make it. And then there's pressure because it will be looked at, you know, no doubt about that. So you can create that pressure not only in your head, you know, there's literal pressure because it is a competition. The videos will be judged, the numbers will be out. So yeah, I don't really understand teams who are trying to, you know, there have been teams like this in the sport always. We try to keep it secret so nobody knows about it, and then they go, but I cannot remember that anybody has ever won that way. I know, not that I know at least, you know, they get in contention, but you know, I don't know, then it's difficult to, once all of a sudden you are facing this, so you go out there, you jump in the water, you want to feel the pressure, that's your tactic or your strategy.
Yeah, I think there's not much that we can do to influence other teams, and we don't want to. We're not trying to do that. We're just trying to do the best that we can do and put out the best performance that we can be proud of. And we really hope and we really believe that that will be good enough to win us the nationals. But it's all about what we do ourselves, and that's our focus. I think for us as well, kind of sharing what we're doing is in part for me anyway, and I don't know if I'm speaking for the whole team, but we want to inspire other people to want to get involved in this area of the sport as well. So if we kept everything really close to our chest, then other people might not have the opportunity to get a bit of a view into what 4-way looks like and how much fun it can be. And we'd love to see more teams competing every year.
And those events are the fun events because you are next to the champions. You know, if you're a beginner in the A class or even in the rookie class, and you are at the same event where the future world champions or even, you know, the national champions, sometimes, I mean, how much it was always so fascinating to me, you know, when you go to the national championships or to any championship where the better teams, you know, show you how they run their business, how they do what they do.
Yeah, and we do a lot of coaching and things, like at the UKSL event we were coaching. James hosted an event here a couple of weeks ago where he just made himself available to coach teams for free, and there were some teams who came along and took advantage of that, and we do a lot of tunnel stuff. So yeah, for us there's always that part in the back of our minds of how can we help to pass on what we're learning from Nicholas, and how can we help to inspire others to do the same.
If you're looking back at the, you know, to be a little bit technical again, if you look back at I think you did 5 rounds here on your home turf, right? I think there's another competition coming up before the nationals, right? Another UKSL meet in, I don't know which location it is. Is it Hibbettstow? No, some other place. So there's one more opportunity. But if you look back at the Langer, the 5 rounds in Langer, how would you judge the competition draw, the sequences, those 5 rounds? Would it represent the average kind of, or was it more on the slower side, more on the faster side? You discussed this with Niklas, I'm sure. So what did he say? How can it be taken as a draw?
I think the initial 5 rounds are probably the faster side of the draw as well. So we have done the rest of the draw in training and sent that over to Nicholas. But yeah, we think it's definitely the faster side was the 5 rounds at Langer.
Oh, the first 5 rounds were the faster ones compared to the second half of the meet. So
on the whole. Yeah.
So you slipped over 10 rounds. You slipped a little bit below the 20 benchmark there again, then I guess. So
I imagine. Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
we funneled the exit, Kurt. Come on.
I know. I can't wait to see. You don't see exit funnels that often anymore these days because everybody's pulling a bow. You know,
we do. Yeah.
I cannot see a bow anymore on the videos. It drives me nuts. You know, well, what is your theory about this? I looked at some exits, you know, last year's exits, and actually I think I saw only one bow, only one standard exit. I mean, a few grip switches here and there, but basically you're pulling the first formation. You're exiting.
Yeah. Well, we try everything in the first part of the season and see what we've got. and we'll spend a certain amount of time trying to tweak things and get them right. But then there comes a point where we have to assess and evaluate everything that we've got and think, is it appropriate for us to take that, or would it be quicker and more effective for us to take something else and go with the grip switch? So as you'll see from the UKSL, because of the plane and because of the door and things like that, we did take quite a few bows, which we then changed into other things. In the Dornier, we'd probably make different decisions, but yeah, it's just about continually evaluating what you've got and seeing what's going to be best on the day.
So how do you funnel a 17?
How rude.
I can only, it's a pretty solid funnel. I can only imagine that maybe.
You know what? I'm happy to take responsibility for this, because Nicholas did the debrief for us, and he was like, so I know exactly what's happened. Laura's gone too early. And you see me, and I'm so excited, Kurt, to get out that I'm just almost dangling out of the plane already. And then the moment James starts queuing, I just go. But in other news, we did also teach another team at the competition how to do it, and theirs came out spectacularly. Yeah. So we do know how to do it. We just didn't do it on that occasion.
Well, I mean, I was just wanting to say, I can only imagine that exactly that thing is happening, because as a hopper, you know, you want to go, you're ready to go. You know, as soon as anything begins to move, you know, you wanna hop. So
I'm not even a hopper, I was just too early.
The pictures were a little bit different on that occasion.
Yeah. So if the timing is a little bit off, you know, then you are screwed, you know. And...
Yeah, I think Nicholas timed it. What did it take us, like 9 seconds or something to get on the fastest round? So
that was a real fun. I can just send me, please. Don't forget to send me the videos, you promised.
We're really not worried about it. It's quite a solid exit for us out of the.
Well, I know that's why I tried to make fun of that, but it isn't really that easy to funnel a 17, because it's a solid. I'm sure that will be the only time ever, you know, that you will have funneled a 17. So it's out of your system. That's a good thing, I guess.
Yes. Fail in training so you can win in competition. That's what our other coach tells us.
Exactly. Yeah, they say that actually. You know, it's much better to have I mean, it's pretty normal, obviously. You know, I mean, on the other hand, it's nice to develop confidence too, but I have the impression that there is a lot of confidence and good spirits in the Chimera family here at the moment, more than I've ever felt. But, you know, it's beautiful weather. It's summer, you made 4 jumps, so how could it be different? But it sounds confident.
It's feeling good. We're off to Rayford in a week and a half. Got a week there with Nicholas. So yeah.
Are you going to Rayford?
Yeah.
When? Next week?
End of next week.
Well, yeah, the 2nd of July we're going.
How long are you going to be there?
9 days. Yeah, 9 days.
9 days?
Hmm?
Oh man, I hope I don't forget this. I mean, that would be a nice visit opportunity there.
Oh yes, yeah, definitely do that. Come and say hi.
I mean, there's always at Paraclete, there's always something happening, you know, so I wouldn't have only, I mean, you know, there's Chimera, so that's something very special, especially to do that, of course. But, you know, I was there not too long ago, a few weeks ago, and Craig and we found a British pub there. And it was...
I know the one you mean. I know the one you mean.
We're not going to go halfway across the world to go to a pub.
It's really good.
We want to go.
Maybe we should, James.
Well, it's the local places.
They had the speckled hen, believe it or not. On draft, and it was the British draft, not the American draft, not the German draft, the British draft. Yeah, like at the Queen's Head, you know, anywhere there, you know. So that is reason enough to go back to Rayford and have a beer with Chimera at the British pub there. I think that's a deal.
That sounds like fun. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. We're running out of time here. Zoom has limited me recently. I keep forgetting that I have only those 30, 40 minutes or what. I cannot believe it's already gone by. You know, honestly, this is crazy. But we have to come to an end here. But somebody sent me a reminder, please. You're coming to Rayford
Yeah.
I'm going to write a note here too, so I'm not going to forget this, Rayford. So when is your training beginning, on what date?
Begin on the 3rd.
It'll be on the 3rd.
3rd of July.
3rd to the 8th.
3rd of July, 3rd through, okay, July 3. Okay, well, twist my arm.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. What's the plan now? Making dinner?
Thank you, Kurt. It's nice to see you.
Who's cooking today? For, I guess,
Oh, it must be Will's turn, surely. Lindsay.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully I see you soon in Rayford. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful
Thank you,
evening.
Kurt.
Good to see you.
Rest of the day.
See you soon, Kurt. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.